Share to groups.
There you go. And
Okay.
that's where you share.
So let's go there live.
So meanwhile, everybody gets a nice shot of the Freewing Eurofighter. Look at that. With the tiger scheme, it looks really good.
Yeah, you know, a lot of people said they didn't want it. These guys out here, I tell you, I'd be a little nervous to maiden it without some brighter colors on it, because these are kind of gray blue skies. For everybody joining us, we're just selecting all the groups to share the live maiden day on this aircraft with.
Well, you know, you're lucky that you actually have one right now. Seems like everybody's still waiting.
Yeah, it was really, really nice of them to send it out from RC Castle. Looks like we have it set up about where it should be. I kind of set the settings where it looked right to me instead of just directly out of the manual there. So hopefully the Maiden goes well. A little bit nose heavy with the 5500 roaring top that I normally fly, the 7DC. So I got a 4400 in it, and we'll see how that goes here pretty quick. It may be good, it may be bad, but these Eurofighters always seem to fly good. So
show a comparison size-wise to the Lancer, since that's the other new airplane now.
yeah, we could. Lancer's a lot bigger. Holy cow! Let's see here. Man, there's a lot of Facebook communities.
While you're doing that real quick, talk about the airplane.
For everybody joining us, we're out here north of Salt Lake City, Utah. That's the Wasatch Mountain Range in the background. Absolutely beautiful out here. Again, just got the Eurofighter sent out. Looks great, went together great. Took me maybe 20-30 minutes to put it all together. And one cool thing about it is it's not required to be set up the way you normally would with a Delta type wing. It plugs in like a regular type wing and sets up real nice that way. Getting a couple more groups here and then we'll get after the flying. There we go. All right, guys. Again, sorry about that. We were just adding a bunch of Facebook groups to it. What we got here is the new 90mm Eurofighter from Freewing, requested by a lot of people, and they put a real bright tiger scheme on it. It's cool because it's got a reverse function now from Freewing. We love that Freewing added that, and the speed brake as well. The speed brake looks really cool on it, and just normal setup, guys. For a Delta there with all the surfaces. The default setting with the canards gives you roll through the board that's included with it. Normally I don't set up my canards that way, but it looks like it should work well. And we'll get Jeremy out here to do some filming, and I'm gonna do some flying. But just an absolutely gorgeous day out here north of Salt Lake City, guys. Spring is a little bit in the air. It's still cold. It's 42 degrees, and the breeze is blowing a little bit, but looking like a great day for Maiden cold air too, so that's normally good for fans. Freewing put a new higher kV power system into this one, so pretty excited to see how that does. It accelerates pretty good. When I was out taxiing around to get my range tests done, but so there you go, guys. That's the two latest and greatest. That's from Banana Hobby and X-Fly Model there with the B1. We were showing those off down in Arizona where it was definitely warmer the other day. But again, cold weather here, EDFs perform really well. So I'm going to hand the phone over to Jerm here, and he's going to film the Maiden here. Always fun to do a live Maiden day, because then some people might crash, and that can always be fun. But speed brake going in. If you hear me say flaps, or my radio say flaps on that, it's just, that's the switch I have it on right now, guys. So flight control checks are already done, range checks are done, all the rates are set where I need them. Here we go. And being a Delta, guys, it probably doesn't need the whole runway, but we're going to use it anyway just in case. Don't want to have a problem with it. One thing I did notice about it is the gear is really, really slow to cycle on this one. So if you want it up in any time at all, you're going to have to slap it up about the time you're lifting off the ground. So we'll try to do that here. All right, timer set for 3 minutes and 20 seconds right now, everyone. It's got the roaring top 4400 70C6S battery in it. Rates are all at medium, and here we go. A little bit of left, maybe a little bit too much nose up, but she's almost exactly straight. One of the cool things we've noticed change in the design philosophy over there at Freewing with this release, the painted gear and whatnot, and then all the surfaces came pre-hooked up with the control rods and whatnot. It's just flying great, guys. That was idle back in from a pass. I'm a little over half throttle right now with that. We'll make sure she's all doing good there, and then we'll turn the speed up and go ripping around. Again, half throttle, 4400 70C roaring top battery. That's what I fly in almost all my UDFs. But she's flying great, guys, so let's put the power to her. And yeah, my ailerons might be a little bit sensitive where I have them, but they'll work for this. We'll get the speed up here and do a rip pass and see how much vertical we can get out of it.
So our altitude again is 4,900 feet. So for people wondering how high altitude works,
plenty of roll authority when it gets slow at the top of that one, guys. I'll just idle down, go by.
how high you think that was? 'Cause you can't tell in the video.
Feet, maybe 350. Motor's got good power, but seems to be amp hungry on the taxi tests and whatnot, so we'll be careful. I'm going to see how she slows down here. We'll do a slow pass and then we'll try high alpha. Don't want to scrape it on the first day, so I'm slowing it down, guys. I'm coasting around here at idle, just holding the nose up. Once the nose gets up, I'll add a little more power to it. Right here, power's starting to come in. Settling, not any bad wing drop, just a tiny bit there. Just a nice slow pass with a little bit of alpha, guys. Definitely not high alpha there, but for its weight, it's kind of heavy. It does pretty good, and that's a full power climb out. You can see there, those roaring tops really put down the amps. It had no problem powering it out of that. So we'll coast back down around and we'll try high alpha. Because it is a heavier model, guys, especially if you're flying with a bigger battery in it, when you want to set up for high alpha, you got to give it time to slow down. It's not just going to slow down on its own. Beautiful thing about this is it's got that speed brake. We'll try that here in a second. See how well it does. I'm just going to get the nose up first, get it set into high alpha here, and bring it down. Real stable, guys. No gyro in this, just a stock Spectrum AR620 receiver. You can see there with a light, powerful battery, she can climb right out. Alright, let's do one more of those. I think the battery will be okay because I haven't been romping on it too hard. We'll set up and try a landing with it.
Remember, give time for that landing gear because holy cow.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, that gear, you know, we love what Freewing Model did here this time. The white painted landing gear, the speed brake, it all looks great. But man, that landing gear takes a long time to come out. So you guys got to plan for it. So there's high alpha for you guys. It slows down real nice. Again, no gyro. Stock setup on it. A little bit of a breeze from the crosswind here. And we'll set up and see how she lands. All right, I'm back to half throttle. Gear's coming down.
Gear down, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I put the gear down plenty early. Speed brake's coming out. We'll see if there's any kind of pitch tendency with it. Doesn't seem to have any pitch change tendency with the speed brake out.
The gear just barely came down.
Yeah. So we'll alpha into a nice little touchdown here for you guys. It's kind of done flying there when she's done flying. That's what happens when they're a little heavier. It's just barely after the CG marks on the wings with the 4400 roaring top in there. Like I said, I put a 5500 roaring top in there. It was just too nose heavy. It was in front of the marks on the wings there. But it does come with a weight when you get it there from RC Castle. I don't know if it comes that way with every dealer or whatnot, but you can carry that thing in the tail and get the weight down in the back end a little bit to adjust the CG. But for now, Just 4400 roaring top, put it there, probably 5 to 10 millimeters after the RCJ. And again, most people know with most Freewing jets, they're kind of nose heavy, but I think it flies really, really well for what it is and for its weight. Let's do a quick battery check on it, see what that 4400 roaring top did. The timer was set for 3:30. Took about 10 seconds to taxi out, and then I taxied back in 10 seconds over. So with that 3.72, about as low as you want to get, but I wanted to do another high alpha pass there. But looks great, guys. Flies great. Again, huge thanks to RC Castle for sending this one out. It looks great. Love the Tiger decal on it, especially with the skies out here, guys. It was blending in with that gray and those gray clouds and everything without that yellow tail. That yellow tail really helps for that. Big thanks to Mr. Solt for filming. Hope everybody liked it. Yeah, and if you want one, I got mine shipped. RC Castle said it was shipped, and it showed up in 3 days from China to Utah. So thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great one.